Good day again, folks. We want to welcome you to another edition of MLC Talk. This is the platform we discuss all things Lutheran. Today we have our sister couple, Sele. She is the host for this month, and she will be taking over from here. Couple, how are you doing?
How are you, Wendy? And thank you so much
Thank
for
you.
that.
You
Yeah. Okay, we are here again today. Today is the 21st of December. We have like 4 more days to Christmas. And we want to say a Merry Christmas and a happy and prosperous New Year to everyone. So I'm calling from Winnipeg. And now our guest, we have Brother Abraham F. Tamba from Barnesville Parish, who is serving as the parish council chairperson of that parish. So today we will be discussing all Barnesville today. Like we all said, there have been a schedule for this, but we have been like delaying in reaching out to our parish council chairperson. We reach out to some of them at times, but oh, we are not ready. I think it is unnecessary that we all know what is happening within our various parishes, within the LCL. Even if it costs us to go way low far, the southeast, we will try to do it to know what is happening within our parish.
right.
So at this time, our guest is Brother Abraham Tama, who would be with us briefly.
Yeah.
The
Before,
area
but
is Atlanta, Georgia. For us, we've been like bad of recent, or the snow, the winds, or they closed everything on. It was on Thursday. There were no school, no buses. I mean, everybody was just indoor, whoever, so not even be out in the street because of the storm and the snow. But at least we thank God, thank you. It is okay. And we have cleaned all of our snow from our street, but it's still not safe for everybody. So our weekend was very bad this week.
yeah.
And
Yeah. So for Georgia, it's been raining. A lot of people uh were anticipating the you know white snow or white Christmas. I would say a lot of people in anticipation of white Christmas, but unfortunately this year there's no white Christmas according to the weather forecast.
wow.
Uh, um, you know, channel or office that there will be no white Christmas this year. A lot of people. I look forward to. I mean, I don't like. To be honest, I'm not a fan of winter, but I love white Christmas. But this year, unfortunately, there'll be no white Christmas. But other than that, we had a wonderful service today. We went to a community church, and the service there was wonderful. The entire family we went to the service, and it was good. It was good. We had some good time there in service. But like you said today, we are glad that we have our brother Abraham Tamba, who is um, the chairperson of the parish council of Barnesville Lutheran Church, or Barnesville Parish, I would say, is with us today, and we're so much glad that he can um, make himself available. Couple, a lot of time we invite our parishes and the parish council leaders will, they try to make some excuses, and this is for the good of our parishes and for our church as a whole, the Lutheran Church in Liberia. So the fact that Brother Tamba can take this time off to join us today, we're so glad. I'm so much glad that he can join us today. And one thing again, sis couple, before we can bring in Brother Tamba, we just want to, on behalf of this network, want to extend our deepest condolences to our brother and our friend Elijah Zena. Brother Elijah lost his mother. Um, he lost his mother in Liberia during the course of the week. So unfortunately, he will not be with us today. So Brother Elijah, we just want to wish you, you know, um, God's comfort brother, brother Elijah Zena. But today we have a great show, couple, a great show. And again, I want to say thank you for hosting.
Yeah,
And
thank you.
also,
Ready?
can you speak of Dr. Toto?
Tata Toto.
Yeah, in front of the public, Dr. Toto is not here with us today.
Oh yeah, Tata Toto is not here with us today. Tata Toto is in LRB right now as we speak. He might join us, yeah, but we are not sure. But we expecting him to
Yeah,
join us because when you go, all the family members will come around.
yeah,
So I know he will be very busy today.
yeah.
But we're expecting a call from Tata Toto. So Tata
Abs-
Toto, hope you have a nice time in LRB. Be safe and you be with the family.
yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
what do you talk about Elijah? I just want to add my voice to
Yeah,
extend our deepest sympathy to Elijah Sina for the loss of his mother.
yeah,
And our sympathy also goes to the rest of the bereaved family, the Zinan's family. Yeah, as we knew Baron Zina, his wife. I knew the Oma very well.
yeah,
We just want to say sorry for your loss. May God comfort you in this time of the bereavement. We are
yeah.
very sorry. And want to say congratulations to Mr. Schoolboy. Mr. Schoolboy graduated the week from the University of, can you give me the university?
West Georgia.
From the University of West Georgia with a degree in business.
Yeah,
So we want to say congratulations, Mr. Schoolboy. And I hope we're having our party. I hope you're planning the party
part,
for us to
the
have that
party, the
party.
party is coming
When
up.
they say on behalf of MLC Talk, we say congratulations, my
Thank you,
dear and beautiful sister.
thank you.
Woody,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
extend, hope she's listening, or you extend our
I,
congratulations
I
to
will.
your dad in worth.
I will extend that. She's resting a little bit, but I will definitely go ahead and extend our I'll convey the message to her. Yeah,
Thank you.
yeah. But I think by the time I've been in the back end for a minute, so let's
Oh,
bring him
yeah,
up
that's
front. Yes. Let's welcome Brother Tamba. Brother Tamba, I want us to welcome.
Thank you. Thank you. I
Yes.
appreciate it.
Yeah.
I'm glad, delighted to be here. I have been here 2 weeks ago. Couple contacted me. I've been
Yep.
having some invitation, so I'm so sorry that I couldn't honor the first invitation. But I'm always open. I will be glad to always be there once I'm
Yes.
invited. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Brother Tama. I want to say welcome again. So, by the way, Brother Tama is the parish council chair of Barnesville Parish. Barnesville Parish, we have full congregations, and he's the parish council chair. So, at this time, Brother Tama, you will introduce yourself officially. That was just a welcoming statement. You will introduce yourself officially to our listening audience, and then we will start from there. And you tell all your work at Barnesville. Then we begin from there.
Thank you. And I'm Ibrahim F. Tamba. Um, the council chair of Barnesville. I actually took over a year ago from Brother Basil to Quay. And so I've gone here. Yes, I conducted my first convention, the 34th. So as you said, we have four, three congregations with one preaching point. But we've done something extra in the Lutheran Church. We decided to, even the central congregation in Barnesville is now independent. And so the parish council is sitting there to coordinate activities. And so the council in Barnesville, which is the congregational council, is doing everything on her own. And we just get the report from them. We tried that a year ago, a regulated hearing that the central congregation will operate on its own, and the parish council will sit independently and coordinate activities of the congregation to the preaching point. I mean, we started that, and it's working.
Okay. All right, Brother Tama. When you talk about the congregation operate independently, what do you mean?
Okay, so from the onset, we've had a congregation in Barnesville. In as much as we have the congregation there, the congregational council, but we noticed the parish council was doing everything in as much the congregational council was sitting there. So a year ago, we decided that the Barnesville congregation, the central congregation in Barnesville, will operate like the congregation in Battery Father Grace and New Life, meaning they have their own convention and decide, and then the parish council will operate on the council level. It's not like before, even financially, you remember the financial activity of the council and the congregation, they were mingling. But for now, the council in Barnesville has her own account. The parish council is separate from that activity. In as much the financial activities as well is being conducted by the congregational council independently without the interference of the council monitor, and the parish council is working on its own account. That's what we tried last year, and it worked. We have some difficulties first. We work on it, and then we are still working on it. So that's how the council is now working. It's not like the parish council report. So it means also that the congregational council in Barnesville is now reporting at the convention, unlike financial, doing financial report and activity report as well, like the other congregation. That's what I'm saying. At first, we never had an account for Barnesville congregation except on the parish council.
Okay. All right. So when it comes to the financial aspect of our parish, how does it work now? Since in fact everybody is working independently, especially when it comes to the pay structure, the payment of our pastor. How is it going now?
Okay, good. So uh, the structure is like this. And so when we talk about firstly, just before I come there, when we talk about, we had this problem of reporting. We had a problem of reporting. Accountability was a problem. And so we introduced a financial management training for those who were elected on the council as well as those who were elected in the congregation. And so we had our training. That training has to do with people accounting and reporting. And then leadership training was also conducted. So the payment of the pastor is the council's responsibility. The parish council did it, this going here. The parish pastor, other workers of the congregation were being paid by the congregation.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And then
Okay.
also when it comes to Morovia district, when it comes to LCL, is the parish council responsibility. What the council is doing is that the quota system is being introduced, and so the congregation, there's a levy for them, quota levy, which they will contribute to help the council to take care of outside activity that has to do with the LCL, the MDLCL. The parish council is responsible solely for that.
Okay. So they are all contributing to the budget, the
Yes,
parish budget.
yeah, they've been given levied. We had some problem last year in terms of the contribution. It was low. We have to try by all means to take care of some of those responsibilities. And so when we went to the convention, we re-emphasized the need for parishes. In fact, one of our one of our resolutions was that the council will now receive the quota during the quota will be paid quarterly. And then first quarter, for us, our fiscal year begins from December. And so December, January, February is our first quarter. And so everyone was being mandated to do payment between December to February ending, their first installment of the quarter. We have to be paid because the council will have to take care of activities. The Moravia district will go to convention in February. And so that's how it's set up. But the training also will also be reintroduced because the aspect of reporting lacking. Some of the people who take responsibility are not accountant. We actually introduce a cash book that is very simple, a cash book that is automated, and then it has to do with reporting. Once you post into that cash book, you will have your receipt, you have your disbursement, you have the balance right away. But
That's
it
good.
was given some last year, and so we will do another training, hands-on training this year to see how well that cash book will be properly and actually.
So the cash book is for all of the congregation, only the central congregation. All of them using it.
They should. All of them is actually introduced for everyone. It's actually introduced for everyone. In fact, besides the cash book, even the voucher system was being introduced so that because we want a uniform system, we want it to be uniform. And so everyone is to use it. In actual term, it was only the parish council that used the cash book this one year. Apparently, it was difficult for the other congregations, and so we try to reintroduce it this year so that we have hands-on. Uh, if we can do some tutorial, so that we can have a uniform system. We actually want our financial system to have more time. To tell you the truth, this first year, our whole focus was on financial management and accounting and reporting, because most of our people have complained that they don't have report. And uh, in terms of financial discipline, if you can report, no matter how much you work, if you can report, I mean, your work will be shown in your report. And so if you can do financial report, the trust will be lacking. And so value for money as well will not be actualized. And so we put more time on financial management training for our financial officers and leadership training for our leaders. That's why we really put time on this one. And this year coming will look at this perspective.
All right, Woody.
Yeah, Brother Tama, thank you so much for that information, and I'm hoping that other parishes will take um cue. They will learn from those good examples that Barnesville is setting up. Um, I just want to pick back on the comment you made earlier, that if anyone pays, and correct me if I'm wrong, if anyone pays, they will get their receipt instantly. And you talked about this financial book. Is it digital, or it is the old system, the old receipt book system?
No, 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 not the receipt. What I'm saying is posting to the cash book. The,
Okay,
the
yeah,
cash book is actually so if you post to the cash book, uh, if let's assume you got money and then you need to put it in the charge for you deposit, that receipt will be shown that you received money.
So so
If
so
you
my,
give money out,
right.
yes,
My question is, the system you're talking about, is it digital system or it
A
is
manual
the
that is
old
built with
fashioned
Excel
manual
formula.
book?
not, not, yeah, it's an Excel,
Okay, okay,
Excel.
it's an
okay, okay,
Excel sheet. And then
okay,
also for the payment, we just brought something really. Our
okay,
people also complain about it. And so the receipt system also has been put into place that once
okay.
you pay, even to the congregation, your receipt is available right away.
Right, right. And you know, once, like you said, once you are given update on the finances of the parishioners, you know, they intend to trust you, then, you know, saying, okay, they can now see their receipt and all the stuff like that. So I think this is something like, by the time that once this is tested in Barnesville and it is working on fine, you've troubleshoot and you're sure of some 90 to 99%, you know, certainty that you know, in terms of flaws and other stuff, that, you know, you are on track of a successful system. You might want to share that with other parishes so that they can help you. Like you talk about a unified system, other parishes could be having the same problem. But I want to ask you this question. This is my first question I want to ask you, Brother Tamba. Few months back, the BA, the Reverend Thomas Pay, who also happened to be someone got music in the background, um, who also happened to be the former pastor, of Barnesville Parish, all right, or
Okay.
pastor in charge, if we may put it. He came on the show one time, and he, you know, he raised this concern of pastors' pension not being taken care of at the central office, and he was also worried that uh, perhaps if he is to retire today, um, he might not get his pension, or he is going to work more than the retirement age or the retirement period because he does not have pension in there. So my question now is, how is Barnesville Parish, you know, pastors, how are their pastors' status when it comes to pension with the LCL?
Yeah, so the revenue is right.
Mhm.
We all been having that problem. And so last year also, we instituted a measure to mitigate. I mean, it'd be difficult to cut it completely, but just to mitigate it. So we decided that every third Sunday, with the exception of other money that we'll be having, but every third Sunday we do the second basket, and that is only for pension payment. And so at the convention, we've decided, we told the congregation to put that amount together so that we can take it at the LCL and see how we can do some payment for our pastors. And so we got those funds, and the congregations are doing the analysis, and we will do the analysis with them, and we get it done. But that was the measure we put into place last year, that every third Sunday we do that extra collection, and that is solely for pension for our pastors. We actually owe some of the pastors who passed through. I think, with the exception of Deacon John M. Bisholo, we clear him up, but the other pastors we still owe them. And so we actually, when we get that money, we are going to proceed at the central office to see our own update, and then we'll make sure to have it, and then we can be taking care of them bit by bit. I mean, so that we can reduce it. He's right. Anyone who is working, even I who working, I will always be sure that at least something is there, so that when I'm retiring tomorrow, I'll be thinking that something is there. So our pastors are right to advocate for their pension. So Barnesville have put that into place, and we're going to talk with the congregations to continue that this year so that we can take care of our pastors' pension. We actually thinking of that. I mean, we were thinking about it.
Brother Tamba, let me say something quickly before I go to my next question. You know, the Bible says, "Let your light so shine before men that they will see your good work and glorify your Father who is in heaven." I really, really want to thank. I don't know if this came from your administration or the previous administration. I really want to thank you for this step, the step that Barnesville Parish is taking towards our pastors. We had an entire show on this pension issue after we spoke with BA. Pastors call us and
Yeah,
raise the concern. I'm telling you, we're not going to mention names, but pastors call us and say, Willie, you people have to talk for us. And I mean, it's not much that we can do other than, helping to amplify the message out there. But Brother Tamba, I'm telling you, what you've just said right now, can you promise that this be taken or it be part of your report and it should form part of the conversation at Monrovia District? Let's start from the district level. That is part of the conversation at Monrovia District Convention level and going to the national, convention level. Because I'm telling you this, Brother Tamba, what you guys have just started, a lot of our big parishes, a lot of our small parishes don't know the way forward. And our pastors, like the librarian man would say, our pastors are in limbo when it comes to retirement. So if you can
sure,
please assure, you know, your fellow pastors or your Lutheran parishioner that you're gonna take this message to Monrovia District Assembly and it is pushed forward to the national level. That every Sunday in the month, something is set aside to take care of our pastors' pension. I mean, please, this is an appeal to you on behalf of our pastors. And I really want to applaud you for this. Yeah,
we share that with them. I can show you at the assembly. We share with them, and I know many of them will buy the idea because you see, in terms of financial uh, management, you have to be innovative.
right,
To raise money, it takes time to get money from people,
right.
and if you don't introduce a system that will make people to receive money, to be able to be willing to pay, I mean, you're not going to get it. You know
No.
that sometimes people put offering and they still have some money that
Mhm.
they need to get. And sometimes I'm really, really impressed with my people. I can assure
Please.
you, Willie, I've had full support of my people at Barnesville. That sometimes, all of a sudden, we can just take a basket and just tell people to collect. Willie, you'll be surprised that sometimes you see the number of people sitting, and then you see what is in the basket. You're going to be
Wow.
surprised. But people have to put things into place because you see, when it comes to pension, to collect pension fund, let's assume if you have this system of using every month one Sunday to collect, and the reason we targeted third Sunday, we got some of our people, they have chosen two Sundays in the month. So they take five Sunday and the third Sunday, those are communion Sundays for us. So since we can use first Sunday, if we use third Sunday, we have a good number of people there. And if we raise that offering, we're going to have something good a bit. And we're going to continue the trend, we're going to continue this year. Our people are willing, even those who are coming back. We know we coming to enter a new year. We encouraging our people to come back. I mean, we're the only people who can do for our church.
Yeah.
Nobody do for us.
Hmm.
We are the only people. And if you see the generation of leaders for now in those parishes, uh, there are many people who we work together from the youth. And so to get to them, it become easier. So I can assure you for Barnesville, in terms of the pension, it may not be 100%, but we do something tangible for those pastors who pass through and those who are there that we can pay. Because you see, when you making payment bit by bit in installment, you won't feel it. But if you sit down and wait for the whole year before you pay, I mean, you see money when it's huge and you need to pay it, you you sometimes become skeptical and
Right.
say, okay, let me just put 5%. I think next year I can pay the other. But once you are paying bit by bit, you will notice in a twinkle of an eye, you have paid a huge amount that you will not believe. And so we'll continue by God's grace. God being by our side, we'll continue. We cannot show 100%, but to the average, we'll do our best.
Thank you so much, Brother Tamba. You struck a key word. You said innovation. You said you guys are innovative. You know, one when you were speaking earlier, something just came to my mind. Say, how did Dr. Tamba pull up? You know, quickly before before I go to that point, I don't want to lose start on something. We couple and I had an opportunity to speak with the former regional representative for ELC representative for East for Madagascar and West Africa. His name is Reverend Dr. Timba. So when they talk about him, I was thinking on Tamba. So instead of his Timba.
You
So
know,
but each time I pronounce your name, I'm thinking on Timba. So sorry
you
if I call
know,
you Timba right now, right? But I'm telling you, I was thinking, how did you pull this off? Because Barnesville, as we know, you know, jokingly we say that Barnesville is the parish of lawyers. So I want to know how you really pull this off, you know, and but with the exception of the pastors and the deacons from the top of the pulpit, on the top of the front of the congregation or the sanctuary to the ushers, they're all lawyers in our congregation. So I really want to know how innovative, you know, what are some of the strategies that you innovative strategies that you really put into place to convince the hardcore lawyers that are in Barnesville, because I know at some point Barnesville, you know, was really in the news of the LCL, but you know, so that some of the other
yes.
parishes, so that some of the other parishes can learn from this. Some of, you know, those innovative thoughts that you put together.
And so, Willie,
Yeah.
yes, the lawyers are there and they are increasing day by day. Yeah, they are increasing day by day. Koklo will soon be lawyer, Muya will soon be lawyer. And I mean, just imagine Koklo being lawyer, you know.
I'm telling you.
Just
Yeah,
imagine
go
Koklo
ahead.
being lawyer, you know. So
Yeah.
so what happened really is I have actually been a team player.
Okay.
I have worked when even I'm not in leadership.
Yeah,
And so
absolutely.
it helps me a lot. The
Hmm.
lawyers you talk about are people who are also part of the idea that we're talking about.
Mm.
Even today, I mean, at the service, I don't want to let that out. There's an idea, a very good idea that came up in the congregation in Barnesville, and I told them, let's work on it. The lawyers are all part of the process that we all doing about, because I'm with them. We were in Banga at the men's retreat, and so I'm in everything that they do. You won't believe that if I go to men's meeting and there's no secretary, I even have to take minutes. And so once you do that, the people will work with you. I
Yes.
mean, somebody who help you, when they ask you for help, you help them.
You have done. That's
And so
true.
this is
Yeah.
the strategy we are using. We
Mhm.
work with them, we sit with them, we talk with them, and also ask them for their own ideas. We listen and we try. The financial management I told you about, the leadership training. Uh, One of the lawyers, Father Sumo, was the person who planned it, and he planned it, and then it was executed. Uh, People enjoyed people took because it was like for the leadership training, it has to do with your work as a leader, how you go about, leading your people, how you go about gathering information. And then we told them, like for the reporting you're talking about, if you don't record, you will not report.
Yeah.
And if you don't record, you will not report.
Right.
Because if you record, you go to your notes, you'll be able to have a report, an easy report. And so those lawyers are working with us. They are part of the process. Sometimes, I don't want to dodge that. Sometimes we disagree. Yes. Sometimes we disagree. But as a leader, if we disagree, it is our duty to come back and ask people. There are people who sometimes, I tell you, Willie, for I've been there. We had 10 parish council meetings last year. Because we end our year now, because our year closed at the end of November last year, and none of those meetings that anybody walk out. I know some of our meetings, when they become tough, and people will just walk out, and we never had anybody walking out. We never had any adjournment because of quorum. All those meetings ended successfully. And so we are grateful to our people. They are there, they're waiting to work. They bring in ideas. Some of these ideas I'm telling you about, they are ideas that people bring individually. One of those ideas, Willie, that came out from Battery Factory last year, from our one of our pastors, Lopu Maulo. The council was stranded a bit, and she said, can we have an empowerment? Just organize an empowerment for parish council. And we organized that empowerment, Willie. We got pretty close to 200,000.
Wow.
Just an idea that came out. Wow. And so the lawyers are working with us. Okay. He has more years, sometimes they bring a lawyer in. Yeah. So but we are moving, we are good.
It said we can't beat them, you join them, right?
Coco are the in-house lawyer.
Yeah, you said yeah, Coco Yanko is the in-house lawyer. Coco is the in-house lawyer. I can imagine how is it gonna be like when Coco Yanko is.
Yeah, but really, that's a good one, especially the one that has to do with the issue of the hands-on training, because like he said, most our people okay.
Yeah, he's back. Yeah, he's back. No, sorry, that's fine. Yeah, thank you so much. Yes, go ahead, Kobo.
Yeah, especially when he talks about the on-hands training for our financial people and our leaders. Yeah, I think that's a good one. And the strategies that were put in place when it comes to our pastor pension. Yeah, because many days that have become the talk of the time, the talking issue, especially when we hosted our pastor Reverend Pay left moment to cry for his pension. And indeed, it is necessary. He has all right to cry for it. Everybody wants something when you retire tomorrow to depend on. So when you retire tomorrow, what you get to do, you're not able to work anymore. So how do you live? Pastor have complained. Pastor had this struggle. So I think if all of our parishes can just put something in place and see how best to start paying our pastor 60%, because we had to pay 40. I don't know 40 or 60. 60, right? We had to pay 60, I think. Yeah, I think we had to pay 60. So if all of our parishes can just put in some strategies and see how best we can pay this 60%. That we shouldn't wait. That have been our problem. Like he said, we were able to pay for deacon, but if we were paying it on a quarterly or every month or house whatsoever basis, but we should not wait on an annual basis. On an annual basis, the money it becomes huge. And when you look at it other thing comes to you got to prioritize, especially salary. When salary business come in, there is no way you would like to pay other things and you leave salary or everything are important. So if the money is meant for that, then it be paid. And we need more awareness on that. By the time I think we need to share the information. For me, I'm just hearing that we need more awareness on our pastor pension to see how best we can clear all of our pastor. And we have a lot of outstanding. We have like
See, Matthew
four or
too got
five,
strategy,
more than
man.
4 or 5 pastors that I think we are owing 60%. If you look at all those who have passed through Barnesville, we owe lots of pastors. So that's a good one. I'm gonna say thank you for that.
Couple see Matthew
The
got strategy
team.
too, man. Now
Yeah,
we
it's good. That's what we want. That's what we want. We want
I'm just,
everybody to come up with
I'm
strategy.
just joking. I'm just
Yeah,
joking.
yeah. Even if it is there, if it is not there, they either bring it out
No, no, it
or they
is a great
continue with what
idea,
they were
couple.
doing.
Yes,
Yeah.
I agree with you 100%. It's a great
Mm-hmm.
idea, and couple just so I don't lose thought on this, right? And I think that Brother Tamba, you and your team can look into the possibility of perhaps either investing the money or some like sometimes you collect, you want to invest into either uh, 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 something that will generate more money, because sometimes the strategy currently like you're using, after a certain while it might fade away and you still want
Yeah, so
to,
you have to adjust.
you
You
have
know,
to
you
make
have to
some
adjust.
right. So if it
Yeah.
if it means that investing into either farming or investing into some other areas that you still be able to get money to pay the pastors, I think it'll be a wonderful idea. And other pastors, or sorry, other parishes will join. And I'm hoping that my parish in Matthew, has a strategy towards this. I mean, I haven't heard the pastors from St. Matthew coming up yet, but a lot of the other pastors, and I know that they might be having a similar issue as St. Matthew, but we haven't heard it yet. But a lot of our pastors have come up and want to thank the BA for raising this alarm. And since we had a conversation out there, a lot of people talked about it.
Um,
Yeah,
uh,
really. Hello?
Yeah, yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, just to inject. You know, as we talk about the pension, when we had a convention at New Life, the old man tape, like used to call old people.
Right, right. Old people, yeah, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's sick, and we decided to just go there to see him, and we went there. He looked at us, from the church, and the old man was crying. So when we talk about the pension just now, I was just thinking when you're in that stage, and then
Yes,
you have no how much it is for you, and
yes,
so heavy.
yep.
Yeah, I know. So I think we all will work. We also talk with other people to help. I mean, if you look at the pension, it's not really huge. It's just because they have accumulated. They have accumulated so much. That's what make the money now to be. That's why I'm saying we want to get the records, because if you have the records in front of you, you can prioritize. And so if we do the payment that we'll be doing, then we ask for the record, the actual records of those pastors. We actually know, yes, those pastors that passed through, how much we owe each of them.
Mm.
Apparently, if you get the record straight, there are some people you can just clear off.
mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So all of you,
So so we,
Barnesville parishioners, Balupa members, get ready and pay all the pastors off.
I got you.
yeah, sure. We talk
So,
to them.
Brother Tama, Brother Tama, how is
Really,
the administration? How is the administration relationship with Balupa?
very cordial, very very cordial. I mean, Baluba has been even before mine.
But look at been a great help for BRC from time immemorial. Welcome, Dr. Toto.
Very very. You have been a great help, really. I mean,
Yeah.
Baluba have been to tell you the truth. Baluba have been there. Even the ceiling that we have up, the empowerment. Only this year empowerment because the the awareness was not too much, but they can even send their own contribution with having empowerment. They've been very, very good. And Willie, I will have a very good relationship with Baluba. You know that.
Yeah. You would definitely find a very good working relationship with Baluba.
No, but honestly, Brother Tamba, the only difference that Brother Tamba is perhaps not just he's not up here in the diaspora, but Brother Tamba, and I would say all of the Balupa members, all of you guys are one. So, so
Yes,
when it
we
comes to that
all
relationship, oh yeah, from the youth days up until now. So when
when
it comes to
you
that, it's
Mhm.
solid.
It is.
Yeah.
Welcome, Tata Toto.
Yeah, thank you so much. Let me greet everybody in studio and also to
Yeah.
our guest Tamba.
Thank you, Brother Tutu.
thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Welcome.
Couple, I have to follow up if you don't mind, or
All
maybe we
right.
get a chance to that to. Okay, so
Yeah, follow up. Tata Toto comes in.
Brother Tamba, in
Yes,
past time we had a conversation on the show. Two things. One, we see the issue at St. Matthew Parish. St. Matthew, um, the school got burned, and now they are doing the reconstruction, and the reconstruction is largely based on the support. I would say funding is actually coming from the parishioners themselves. At the same time, the parish council, the parish is working on a multi-purpose building and having to take care of other, financial issues at the parish. We had this conversation a few months ago, and the issue of insurance came up. The issue of insurance came up on how is very important, and the fact that AC Mafia had, insure her properties, but now the burden that's resting on the parishioners taking this loan to rebuild their school, we wouldn't have been experiencing that. What is the take of what is what's the adjustment, or what is the status when it comes to insuring properties, or what steps Barnesville is taking towards that? That's one. You can note that down. The second one is this. During our show one time, we had a conversation with our dear friend and brother. He's a Lutheran. He's my cousin, but he's from one parish that is in St. Paul. Anyway, Barnesville and St. Matthew, we labor to build our, our parish, our structure, everything, but St. Peter was given to them. That's why they don't want to accept. You and I know that it was just given to them. It was handed on to them. So today they're boasting of real estate and everything. But anyway, that's fine. Um, he brought up the idea. He proposed the idea of Lutheran. Couple correct me, Director, correct me if I'm wrong. A national Lutheran conference, National Lutheran Conference, bringing on all of our experts from the diaspora, local, bring everyone together so we can discuss the future of our church. Because you find out now, even partners are having problems. I'll be honest with you. Last weekend, we were at the churchwide office of the LCA in Chicago. The bishop was with us in our meeting. There was concern. And guess what? There have been a lot of cuts. Cuts not only in the hundreds, in the thousand, cuts in the million. And for example, one department is going to be having like 3 million cut this year. The next year, they're talking about 5 million cut. So now everyone has to strategize. The innovation you talk about. What is your own take when it comes to this proposal on the international or Liberian Lutheran Conference? The All Liberian Lutheran Conference, one, and what is Barnesville's position when it comes to insuring properties of our parishes, or and we can say the LCL as a whole?
okay. So for the insurance, actually, it's not taking any step on that. I have not heard, but with what I'm hearing, I think we can have conversation on that. But actually, we've not discussed anything on insurance. But it's good. Uh, as you said, if you are insured the property, they will just relax and the insurance company will take over. So we will look that side. So, but we've not really discussed anything concerning that. But when it comes to the conference, I will be 100% on the side of the person who would propose it. Because if you have a conference, you can be And somebody may like to get hand up all of the time.
Right.
If you depend on gift, that's why when people doing budget, then they want to put gift. Say no, don't put gifts. And because suppose you don't have it, and as income, so that is just something that comes from the blue sky coming, and sometimes it doesn't come. But we have to be self independent. Uh, if we are independent and we can do for ourselves, we'll do more.
Right.
I think I bought the idea of the conference, and I know at the conference there will be a lot of ideas, and there are things that people don't know. There are things that sometimes they are very close to you,
Right.
but you don't have the idea.
Yeah.
But when you discuss with somebody, the person may not have money, but the person will sell that idea to you, and you can tap into it, and you can move forward. So I buy the idea of the conference, and I will be 100% supportive of it.
Thank you.
Thank you for
Yeah, go
that.
ahead, couple.
Yeah, Tata Toto.
Taraturo.
Yeah, yeah. So I've been later Miami,
Oh no, look how you
Uh,
feel.
I try to
Miami,
catch your,
We can feel
try
it from
to,
up here,
try to catch your
Taraturo.
sleep. Yeah, I mean later Miami, but it could be back home. I'm happy to be back
welcome.
home. Enjoy the good weather. Enjoy the sunshine from the cold to the heat.
Hello.
You know. But by the time I couldn't have the show, be the council chairperson for Badam Bay.
All right.
Yeah,
Okay, Taraturo is coming. Okay.
and try to tap into their mind to see what the program that they have for which they were elected for. Most of the time, the council leadership is the administrative arm of the church to help to
Yeah.
raise support for the church and make the church to be efficient, to be able to pay the pastors and keep the pastor in tight. So be the council chairperson for that parish. What are some of the goals that you have to make your pastor to be efficient?
So the first thing is that we've made our pastor to understand that we are an aid and the pastor is the head. And we've assured him that we're not going to be confrontational, we're going to be consultative, and we're going to be cooperative. And so our goal is to work with our pastor, share our own vision with him. Our own vision for the church is for us to be an independent church, a church that will be able to have ideas to raise funds, because nothing go without money. Besides raising funds, also to help our church to evangelize. By the way, our church just concluded a crusade in Samuka town uh, on Saturday, and so that is evangelism. So we've been working with him in terms of his pay and what have you. By God's grace, we've not owed the pastor. We know he pay. We always told him it's not much. And I took something from Reverend Zeze when I was Secretary General of the Parish Council some years back. And there were time, we're paying the evangelist 500, Liberian 500. But then we decided to delay at a certain point in time because the money issue was stuck. And he called me on the side and told me, he said, you know why? If you pay somebody a very little money, don't owe them. Because if you owe them, they will advocate for more because they will already be angry. And so I took that from him that it's good to give somebody their salary in time, except circumstances for which the pastor will know that it's not deliberate. But by God's grace, in terms of payment, will be current. And then in terms of working together to uplift the church, we've been working very, very, very good with Reverend S. Yabao. I don't know, simply, I think we've been doing very well together. It may not be 100%, but to the average, I think we good together.
That's good, Brother Tamba. And also, my second question, what is your temperament level? Most of the time, we have clergy, British council chairperson, and pastors. So, yeah, yeah. So, how do you do that? How your temperament level to deal with such a situation, just in case it happens?
And so by God's grace, I have been in the church for some time now. And in terms of handling issues, if you ask the people in Barnesville, that Reverend Pay will say, Tamba will say, let's leave it, let's move on. I've always said to people that we can disagree, but we have to come together to work towards that disagreement so that we can agree. And so my temperament, I'm a human being, yes. But when it comes to church work, I've always said, when it comes to church work, I can control myself. I know I'm a jovial person. If you don't know, I conduct service at the church and I make people laugh and I work. If you ask my pastor, but I'm also a straightforward person when it comes to telling you what I feel, but it is not in a harsh manner. But I will tell you that I will not agree to this because of this. And you will tell me you not agree to this because of this. If I know your own has more weight, I go there with you so that we work together. So by God's grace, to clash with a pastor or with anybody who work with me, I mean, is I mean, very, very minimum, very minimum. But then when it comes to decision, I can take decision. Just to chip in, just to come there. At this gun convention, in my report, I made recommendation for the removal of the secretary who was elected. He didn't work. We worked with him, and he agreed for his full removal because I mean, it didn't just work, and everyone saw it. So there was no clash. We all laughed together, and then we replaced him with no confusion.
Yeah, thank you for that explanation because we have seen in the past, in other parishes, clashes are erupted between the council chairperson and the pastors because of
Yeah,
disagreement on some administrative issue. So we are seeing that a lot. But
but
as you already stated, it comes with decision making. We don't compromise when that kind of the faith and the doctrine of the Lutheran Church in Liberia. I wish you the best, as you carry on your leadership in the body of your Lutheran Church.
thank you, Dad, and you are also welcome. While you are in country, if you have the time, you can visit with us at the church.
Yeah, the evidence I'll do, I was start by.
That I told you, got plenty of lawyers down there. The lawyers ain't plenty there. The lawyers skin though.
I doctor.
The lawyers skin though. What you say? You want to recognize our guests?
Yes, we need to recognize our guests, please.
By the time I just want to say thank you so much for joining us today. We just want to. This is a segment where we recognize our guests and some of the comments and questions they have. So, the Reverend Dr. Torba Thomas Jalla, he is a regular viewer. Even when he's out of the country, that's the most time. In fact, he follows us every time. So we want to say also Merry Christmas to you, Reverend Jalla. Thank you so much. Brother David K. Mulder, another very, very religious follower. Brother Mulder is there in Zozo. Our sister Demeti, Gloria Demeti, Little Po Demeti. She said, "Good evening. How is everything? I'm following from Nima County, Senequally. What Lutheran Church and members are saying about our graduation. Phoebe campus, we are tired of waiting, and you guys are doing nothing about it. Just imagine I finished with my affiliation since the 6th of June 2025, and no information about graduation. So by the time maybe when we come back, we can kind of chime in a little bit. I know you are familiar with the Lutheran University. So and there are some, one or two of the issues around there. So maybe you can give your opinion on that. Brother Gibson Flomo, again, want to say welcome, Brother Gibson Flomo. This is my own dear sister, our own dear sister. This is Marlene Molva Kekula. She's there in Minneapolis. She's always following us. And Brother Clement Gwekoli, Swakoli Gwekoli, and following from Suklamu, Lofa County. Again, want to say thank you. Couple you say what?
No, Suklamu.
Because that I'm Bandi Chaya.
I know, I know my area, I know.
Yeah, I'm Bandi area. They only got they got one congregation with five.
I don't know the better area, say I'm not better area too.
Couple said they should invite into the convention. Just one parish with 5 members in the church. Anyway, the colleague Abraham, IG Breaking Abraham, want to say welcome. Following from Phoebe campus, our ears are still open to information regarding our colleagues. Esther Bacon completed their graduation on December 13, 2025. So what's the girl name? I hope you're following. Phoebe is yet to conduct even TC's defense since February 2025. A complete affiliation, no information. How frustrating the situation is. No way to go ahead, stuck one Phoebe. It's very much depressing. The same person, Phoebe Kemper, is facing serious problem, and the Lutheran Church is not talking. We will soon be bringing some of the leaders from our church. We'll bring them up front. Hopefully, we can try to get Brother Abel Lewelly. He's the chairperson of the board. Some of these concerns we need the board to address them. Oh, as all the Barnesville people around here now, I say, season greetings to everyone, especially my own dynamic parish council chairperson, Brother M. Abraham F. Tamba. Man, you call all your Barnesville people. Especially fully watching. Good. Thank you so much, Chairman. Brother Jerome Jala. Brother Jala is vice chairperson of the German church, and he's following us there from Senko, from his home in Senko. Again, Brother Jala, I want to say thank you so much. So Brother Tamba, I think like we said, you are familiar with the Lutheran University there in Phoebe, and there are some concerns. The students, especially from Phoebe, I know if you can recall that some months back there was a protest. I don't want to say demonstration, but there was a protest going on at Phoebe. The bishop had to step in, the board also stepped in, and the students are still raising concerns, and some of their colleagues were suspended. They call it Joseph Boaka suspension. That's a suspension. And when he just suspend you and forget about you. So yeah. So if you can share a little light on this, I mean, students are concerned that graduation is not forthcoming.
Yeah. So really that is concerning, and as a student, if you complete your courses, the next day is graduation.
Yeah.
And I would have been part of that process if I was one of those there, because but not being there, I remember one time, I think it was Bishop Shangolo's time. There was problem at Phoebe. That was not with the student. It was with the workers there. I remember that time I was assigned there. And so it was so tough. And when the bishop went there, I was there, and as the regional auditor there. But I mean, people was, there were tense atmosphere even for the bishop. So, and the reason was They started it and nobody took heed, and they did it for the second time. Nobody paid attention. And so it went off hand before the bishop went there. And so when you do that, nobody will listen to you. So what I can advise the chairman of the board and the other people is that you need to move fast. You need to try to meet the students. And then you need to also see the reason why they can't graduate. Because I think there is a plan. You know when people are supposed to graduate. And so you should prepare to graduate the people. So I mean, our church had to try. We actually behind, when it comes to some of these things. You don't hear from the other universities, and we're just starting. You starting as a university, and then you start with problem. What you will be doing is that you're going to be discouraging other people from going there. So we all have to put ideas together to see why they are not graduating and what can be done for them to graduate. You can't keep them perpetually waiting, and there's no graduation. I think they are right. The only thing we can also caution them. I mean, you can't spoil it. You can't protest and spoil everything. Push and come back. In student politics, you go there, you pressure the people, but you advise your colleague not to tear down what you have
Yeah.
because you have an obligation to hold the area until you graduate. But if you burn it down, you're not going to graduate anymore.
All
So
right.
you are a producer, in fact. So we want to talk to the students to be patient, but then at the same time talk to the church administration to step in sooner. Don't wait. Don't wait until everything's spoiled before you go there. I mean,
Oh,
you're not going to have a result.
yeah, that's true, Brother Tama. The institution, the church need to look into this. Everybody wants to graduate. Who want to go to school and doesn't want to graduate?
Right.
Especially where you have completed all of your courses, going for your affiliation, do your TC defense. The next thing, excitement, you want to leave.
Yeah.
So the church really need to look into that. Yeah. But by the time we're about to wrap up, before we wrap up, please, I just want you to just touch if there's any ongoing project within your parish.
Okay, so as we told you, uh, by God's grace, we want to look at infrastructure development this coming year. One of them couple, we don't have a passionist, and so we launched it. Our pastor resident, we launched that a year ago. That was before we came in. The administration before me launched that. We all worked to launch it, but we've not started. And so we are believing in God so that that can be started according to our own resolution. It should be between January to March. In between there, we should start something. And so we are praying, and then we asking our people to join us. Some of them have made a contribution, notably our sister Dede was very magnanimous. She sent us her contribution to start. And so that is one. At our preaching point in Johnsonville, they want to embark on the school project. That is Joel Rapper. So the other congregations, the one in Battery Factory, has started, they finished with the tiling, they started a bathroom project, and they are working on it. New Life is anticipating, but they are still trying to plan to start a project not named yet. And for Barnesville, the church, we anticipating to work on that balcony couple, that long awaited balcony. We are thinking to start working on it. They've done um, the estimate and we review it. So in the soonest possible time, we will be able to start
Folks, I want to say thank you for being a part of our show again today. This is MLC Talk, where we discuss all things Lutheran. We've been having with us today, brother Abraham Tom.
time.
They never now wake up in
Yeah,
like
it's network issue in Liberia. We've been having brother Abraham Tamba,
yeah,
brother
but at
Abraham
least he been
Tamba.
fluent of yeah, and
Yeah,
now whatever.
yeah.
It was cool. About it, I reached the time now for it to
I
fluctuate.
know. Brother Tamba, we can give you a minute. We can give you a minute just to summarize your
Yeah,
closing comment
to
there,
wrap
because we got to
up.
close now. Yeah.
Okay, okay, thank you. Well, first of all, I want to extend my thanks and appreciation to uh, Willie, Corpo, and Dado Todo, and the rest of the guys. I want to extend my condolences to Zina, Elijah, and the family. Uh, you guys are doing well, very well. I sometimes follow, except sometimes I'm out of time where network is not available, but sometimes maybe I'm engaged. But I follow up sometimes quietly. Sometimes I don't comment anything, just listen. So we want to extend thanks and appreciation. We are open to be friends. I enjoy the conversation. I wish it would continue and continue. As I said, every good thing must continue, but we will have the time.
Yeah.
But we want to show our parishioners that we will work. And I told them, uh, when the secretary was removed, I told them, if I don't perform this year, you can remove me. I will help you to remove myself.
I
If
remove the
I
temperature.
yeah, the temperature.
The way converse, I don't think conversing your crew allow you to move.
All you actually need to work together. Our people are working.
Yeah.
To tell you the truth, I actually came to the position on web ballot, and so
Not a surprise, man.
I will do my best. Yeah, I will do my best. And I one person that made a council. In fact, our council for the first time had representation in all of our congregation, including the preaching point, because we got the chairman and the treasurer are from the central congregation. Our co-chair is from Grace. Our secretary general is from New Life. We had a secretary general and the 15th secretary general in New Life. But then with the development I just told you about, so the secretary general is now in New Life, while the assistant secretary general is in Jehovah Rapha. And then our financial secretary is in Jehovah Rapha. That's how the council is structured. And so we enjoy the confidence of our
Well, you
people.
be pin. Guess I did phobia. I'm a husband now.
But go quiet, brother Tamba. I don't mind it more.
Yeah. So we want to think we can assure there is church work. I've always told people you can't do, you can't remove, you can't fight there, you will still come back there. And I've always told our people, don't stay home because you don't want to see Tamba there. Tamba will not be there, the church will be there. He was
Yeah.
not there, the church was.
Mm-hmm.
So come there, work for your God, and don't sit at home and say because nobody visits you, but God Himself is visiting you. The fight that you have life.
Man.
So come to the church. Those of you at our parishioners who are at home, I mean, you need to come at the church. Come there and contribute your quota. It is our church. We're not getting support like before. Like the central congregation in Barnesville, I mean, they did very well. To tell you the truth, for the first time we tried them, they did very well. To tell you, we also that was the congregation that we had some tough time with. But later we agree. When we begin, at the time we started on the issue of money, and they said, no, this money is for all. We said, no, it's not for you. The money is for parish council. And so they said, our money. Our money. We said, that's not your inheritance. And so we talk, we joke, and then we came together and we doing the Omer work. No, it's not our work. It's the Omer work. When we are out, other people will do the work.
Yeah.
And so even this agreement with the bishop should not allow you to leave the church. The bishop is a human being. Yes, a human being. So in fact, is just shooting yourself in the leg when you leave. Stay there, and stay there and
Fix it.
yes,
Stay and tussle. We tussle, don't fix it.
Right.
you fix
Right.
it. You fix it. Don't run away. You know. So I'm grateful. I'm grateful, and we are beginning a new year. I just want to admonish our people to have a new vigor in the new year. 2026 should be a year that we all will put hands together to work. Our lawyers, really, as you said, they're very, very good. They give you pieces of advice. Sometimes you don't agree. I'm one person. They know me from the youth. I mean, I will not agree with certain things, yes, but I will remain there. I will not run away.
Yeah.
And I will not run away at work. I'm just so appreciative of this platform, this opportunity you gave us tonight to hear us. Barnesville is still there, and it will remain there. When you come, anytime you come, you see new thing. Yes, our people are working. I must give it to Ma Dede Bien Howard. I call her the Minister for Special Project. Yeah, that's the Minister for Special Project. And she coordinates very well. Very good at record keeping. Very good at record keeping.
Blue book.
Blue Ball, the empowerment, under district empowerment, we reintroduced it last year at the convention. She helped us to recover the parishes that were owing us, and the only person who had the record was my daddy. And the people brought up record, the record came with years. And if you owe us 2001, it will be the clear like owe 2001. And when we approach you on it, you can't even deny. And so I would appreciate her and the rest of the parishioners. The work is going on. Things are tough. That's why you always say things are tough. But they say tough time doesn't last. But tough men do.
Yeah.
So, so
Okay, Brother
we're grateful.
yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you, Brother Tama. We had a wonderful time. Were you with it? Do you want to do a participation?
Yeah. So, Brother Tama, again, I want to join couple with Dr. Tutu and our brother Elijah, who's now on the show today, and the rest of the other team members. We want to say thank you so much. Couple, correct me if I'm wrong. This is the first parish chairperson since we talk about our parish conversation with the parish initiative. And Brother Tama, we thank you for your openness that you will continue to come. Maybe they will serve as an opportunity for other parish chairpersons, or probably come as a team, and talk about some of the happiness at your parish. And I'm somehow connected and celebrating with Barnesville because my late grandmother was a very, very devoted member of Barnesville Parish. My girl,
Oh my God.
yeah, Klubo Saras, and she and her Pastor Allison, you couldn't play with, you couldn't play with she and her Pastor Allison business.
Global Sarah.
Yeah, Klubo Saras. That's my late grandmother, and I know where she is, all of the developments. taking place at Barnesville Parish. I know she's smiling down on you guys, and I want to say thank you so much, Brother Tamba, for all of the great initiatives. Thank you so much.
You are welcome, man. Always welcome. Always available. When
Thank
the
you.
time is there.
Yep.
Thank you,
Thank
Brother
you.
Thomas.
Better
Thank you,
late than
Willie.
never. We had one or two Sundays back, but we are glad you're here. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you, Willie. And thanks to
Yep.
our listening audience. Thanks to my colleague, Dr. Toto. Willie, Elijah, we want to say sympathy again. Hope in this time of a bereavement, may God counsel you. May God give you the strength to go through the time of bereavement. Paratama, once again, we want to say thank you so much for availing yourself. I think this is something that we have in our plan. We try to reach out to all of our parish council chair to know the latest development within our various parishes. And like we said, even if we will go Lofa, we go the southeast, at least to know what is happening within our church. Like you talk about the pension. So how is the southeasterner taking the pension? Are they paying a pension to our pastor? You go Lofa, our pastors are serving. So we will not know until we call them, until they come and inform us. Then we will know the information. If it is not working, if it is working, fine. It's not working, you can find means to put in some strategy and see how best for it to work. So I think this is a
Yeah.
good initiative. Our council chair, please, we're not calling you to tear you apart because we are only asking you questions from what you tell us. We're asking you questions to know we are not in your favorite parishes. We want to know what is going on. This is our church. Like we said, we talk all things Lutheran.
Yeah.
It is all about us discussing our favorite parishes. So please, parish council chair will reach out to you people. Don't be afraid. Yeah, don't be afraid. We don't want to know your bank balance. No, you will not disclose it. We just
And
want to know the activities, the
Couple, I know I'm finished,
projects.
right? Couple, I know I'm finished, but just 1 second, right? I like how Brother Tamba answered the questions. There are some questions you don't have to give detail. Just answer it,
Yes.
and
Skip
people
it.
know what's going on. Just like that.
Yeah,
We don't want to keep.
I guess there
And
are a
Brother
lot of
Tamba, whenever you have
development.
concern, you want to discuss it, let us know so we can invite you.
Yeah,
Okay.
I know there are a lot of good things out there in our various parish. Like the last time we had Jerome, although he came to talk about church camp issue, but because he was there and as the assisting parish council chair, Jerome gave us an insight on a partnership with the church in Popolu, right? And that's a good initiative. They are doing an agriculture project there. If Jerome had not told us, we wouldn't have known about it.
No.
So, parish council, please come and tell us what you are doing. So, we want to say thank you again, brother. Thank you again, brother Tama. We look forward. If you have any information, like what he said, we are open to discuss it and disclose whatsoever plan that we have in Barnesville. Barnesville is the one of parish. We are not many, but when we say we're raising 1 million, we raise it. I'm a
Who
living
is
witness
it?
to that.
I
So I
love
want to
that
say thank
parish.
you, Mr. Chairman, and Merry
And
Christmas and
Couple,
Happy and Prosperous New Year to
just
all of
before I
our
go,
parishioners.
Everybody.
Yeah,
couple,
yeah,
couple.
yeah, Brother Ma.
And so I want to also give it to the women. They
Oh,
did
wow.
very well.
Oh, as
Yeah,
usual. I didn't
the
want to talk
women,
it before they said the person the
they,
women. No,
they
I didn't
got
want
it.
to talk
Yeah,
it.
you people
They
in comments
won the
like
battle. They won the men for
They
the
want
last
to
year. Yes,
the
the
whole
women
last
they
year we
did.
want them men. Hey, yeah, my
Yes.
husband, yeah, you to make my husband to cry. Merry Christmas to my husband. Oh, and Casadi Phobe. Please
Okay.
extend my Merry Christmas to my mate couple. Merry Christmas to everybody. So until we
Okay.
meet
Okay.
again, friend in Radio Land, until we meet again, have a pleasant week. Merry Christmas.
Merry
Celebrate
Christmas.
Christmas, but don't celebrate, don't overdo. Be careful,
No.
be safe as you celebrate your Christmas. Bye for now.